I watched that, and I saw the camera angles tonight of the Red Sox walk-off win. Remarkable, historic season, unprecedented, never to be done again. And I think about what it must have been like in Chicago for a White Sox extra innings game this year, or in Tampa, or Kansas City. And I watch a full Fenway Park, full-throated, losing their ever-loving minds, standing from the 9th through the 13th like it was the AL freaking CS. And I say, why would we give up this advantage of this massive reservoir of support and love that the Red Sox fans give, spending on average $200 a ticket, $50 for lobster poutine, and enjoying that comeback win, what this team has done, where it is, and what it's doing. I am in awe of the Boston sports fan. I think what you guys have done at Fenway is create an absolute massive home field advantage, despite the fact that they won 11 games in the first 40 there. Now they can't lose at Fenway Park. This is going to be, when the Patriots are great, we love it. Bruins, Celtics, all of that. When the Red Sox are on a heater like this and it's every night and it's the summer, it just changes the entire mood of Boston.
Yeah.
It elevates everyone. It makes everything feel, yesterday was a little cooler because they were winning. Maybe it was hot because they were hot.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking 11:30 at night. People have kids that they got to get home and take care of. People got to get up and go and work on the job site. And you're absolutely right, Curtis. They're all there. They're all standing up. They all believe, and this team refuses to die. It's like a completely different mindset than it was just a month and a half ago. It's
just awesome.
It's incredible.
And Chad Tracy should lose the interim tag today.
Take that off him. And you want to bump in salary or just keep him? Okay.
Yeah, give him a little bump.
Okay, give him a little bump there.
$50 a win.
Okay. Yeah, that's 8 in a row for the Red Sox. Another streak has begun, and a sweep of this series against a good team, and you're absolutely rolling. And I guess I'll keep apologizing to Breslow. I mean, he was very gracious yesterday, and he didn't mind that he didn't mind me continuing and apologizing for a minute or two. But the guy gets a lot of credit. He deserves a lot of credit. Gets a lot of. I mean, listen. You look at Durbin and the walk-off and the way he's been playing, not only defensively but offensively. And that is Breslow who made that trade.
You asked a good question beforehand, the expectations and what how people are going to feel. It seems like they're going to make the playoffs, but if they don't make it all the way to the ALCS, or if they don't make it to the World Series, or if they, get bumped in, the first round, you asked a good question. And that is going to be very interesting to see how people react.
I feel like we're kind of playing with house money at this point. And if you want to bring up the Bruins situation and their epic downfall, the difference is that we're in reverse right now. The Red Sox already sucked and then came all the way back. Like, if you start the season hot and you have this massive fall off, that's when you lose fans. The fact that we were so low and we're at where we are right now, we're playing with house money.
And I wonder if a lot of fans think like that. That's going to be, or if they, think like me, when now I expect this team to have a deep playoff run. And if they don't, I'll be disappointed, and I'll be pointing to, whose head should roll because of why you didn't. And I think it's really.
You think if somebody will get fired?
No, I'm not get fired, but who?
Well, heads roll.
Well, heads roll means like who is the one I'm going to be pointing at and aiming my frustration and hostility towards. It's either the manager or the players.
Up first.
Well, Greg, we got to start with that crazy finish to the Red Sox game last night. That was one of the more wild games I've seen in baseball in quite some time.
It is insane. You're down in the 9th, down in the 10th, down in the 11th, down in the 12th. And Derby walks it off for you. The hero we all needed.
The Derminator.
And they do it over and over and over again. They find ways to win. They used to find ridiculous, never done before ways to lose. Now they find ways to win. But go ahead.
It really is unbelievable, though, Greg. Like, they were the worst team in baseball, losing, not tagging up. They didn't know how many outs there were on a nightly basis.
They couldn't challenge a pitch.
They were dead last in the freaking challenge system.
I mean, it's unbelievable. We are going to look, just remember this. we are going to look back when we're in the nursing home and say, we were alive when. Just think about that. Go ahead. Anyway, what?
You could be in the nursing home during.
Yes, it might happen. Could happen.
Well, Chad Tracy, the interim manager, and as Curtis pointed out, probably should have that interim tag pulled and become the full-time manager of your Boston Red Sox, spoke after the game and was asked about where this game kind of ranks all time for him as a guy who's seen a lot of baseball.
You've seen a lot of baseball games in your time. How did that one?
It ranks at the top of the list, I'd say. You guys can ask me questions about the game. I don't know if I'll quite remember what inning certain things happened. It was unbelievable. They just did not want to lose. So it was incredible.
You brought it up earlier, Curtis. Fenway faithful there till the bitter end at 11:30, and it's 100 degrees in there, and everybody's standing up, and it's a great time to be alive.
There is no better place on the planet to do this. Like, we take it for granted, but the wave, there was times when, do you remember the 2008 season? They had just won in 07. It was the ALCS against the Rays. They were down 3-1, and there was, I think it was game 5 or game 6, where they were down 8 runs in the 7th inning, and they came back. And Francona said after the game, he's like, there are some nights it's just Fenway lifts us to things that we couldn't do. And that was one of those nights where it was like, even you're down 5-2, then you tie it at 5-5, and then you're down, and then they get the 2-run bomb at the top of the 10th. You tie it in the bottom of the 10th. Like, the crowd was not going to let that team quit.
Yeah,
it was just awesome.
And it's guy after guy after guy.
Right.
It's not like you point to one guy. Texter says Brian Bayo looks like a different human being.
Right.
He's remarkable out of the pen. It is stunning. It is one of the most stunning transformations I've ever seen in my life, where he goes from a starter who cannot get out of the first inning without giving up a bomb, and then all of a sudden comes out of the bullpen and is an absolute stud.
Which is
maybe he's baby Papelbon.
Right. Which is crazy, because you would think as a starter, the first inning, there's really not that much pressure on you. But generally, when you come out of the bullpen, you're in a pressure situation.
That helps some guys.
And maybe he takes it to, maybe he's too lackadaisical in the first inning.
Yeah.
Oh, it's unbelievable. All right.